Mirthwood's Night of Falling Stars update just dropped and is the first major update since Mirthwood's release 6 weeks ago. And boy, did the devs deliver. We have Christmas decor all around Mirthwood, a festive new mount, an expanded map, new enemies and quests, and so much more. Give me 5 minutes of your time and I'll quickly share 20 awesome changes that arrived in this Mirthwood update. The Yuletide event runs from the 10th through the 25th of winter, and you'll notice the major towns in Mirthwood are decked out in festive decor. If you're wondering why Yuletide ends on the 25th of winter, that's because the seasons are now 25 days instead of 28. You can snag the new Yuletide decor at the new vendor in Bright Oak, where in addition to decorated trees and garland, there's a celestial stag mount you can buy. The new map area is located just northwest of the coast above the rainbow pools and high in the mountains. The new shard vendor is here. I said shard, not shart, where you can buy even more new decor items, and there's something very important you'll need to buy for a quest, but I'm not telling you what. 4 new quests were added where you'll be tasked with lighting a haunted pathway near Ashmire, repairing an observatory, scavenging for meteorite shards, and solving a murder by investigating clues and accusing the correct guilty party. 2 new enemies were added, a vampire and the Butcher. That'd be a cool gamer tag, wouldn't it? The Butcher. Finally, we can change our character's appearance with the new elegant mirror item, but you'll have to wait until the traveling merchant randomly visits. Find him near the blue circle on your map, buy the mirror, and then get yourself a glow up. Maybe a cool beard. Another appearance enhancement feature that was added is the ability to wear a helmet but not mess up your luscious locks. There's a new toggle in your inventory that changes the visibility of your helmet to retain its protection while still looking smoking hot. New cleaver and cane weapons were added, but you'll have to complete their corresponding quests before obtaining them. The cane looks cool, but can't shank a wolf quite as well as a good sword. And when you want to holster your active weapon, you might notice that now it sits across your back, which looks pretty darn sweet. When using your bow, you'll now see an aim assist icon, which does help, but I'm still terrible at it since I prefer to play Mirthwood on controller. A few tweaks have been made to hopefully help the stuttering caused by loading new map areas, and it's worth noting that the game's FPS is set to 200, with no option to change it in the game. But what seemed to help me was lowering my monitor's refresh rate to 120 Hz and turning on VSync. We'll end with 8 new items added to Mirthwood in this update. Turnips, leeks, spinach, parsnips, and artichokes were added for your gardens. 3 new herbs can be gathered in the wild: mint, fennel, and rosemary. Salt can be found near the coast and looks like a conical rock which you can harvest with your pickaxe. You can now craft a fish trap. Drop it in a fishing spot and return the next day for fresh fish, and I also seem to get random loot like stones and dresses. That's so weird. These traps are the only way to catch lobsters now, so don't bother fishing for them anymore. There's a new Smokehouse building where you can smoke new food items, but you'll need to buy the Smokehouse drawing before you can craft it. There's also a cool new bee house you can craft with no drawing needed, just wood and hay as materials. It's pretty sizable and can yield you some tasty honey varieties. But it's a little tricky to use, as you'll first have to find queen bees in wild hives in the trees and use these queens as fuel for your bee house. If you try to make honey and it says no fuel, then you need to find queen bees in the wild hives. Once the honey is ready, you can now use it to make tea if you want, but it isn't worth much. And finally, one of my favorite changes in this Mirthwood update is the addition of 3 types of gates: hardwood, fine hardwood, and elegant hardwood. If you don't want your animals free-ranging all over your yard or just want to touch a class at your house entrance, these gates are so much fun to tinker with. My bottleneck is the hardwood though, as it's no longer respawning on my farm, but I found a good amount while exploring the new area north of the coast. But if you want to make a cozy, organized homestead, these gates are just fantastic. So that's the TLDR from Mirthwood's Night of Falling Stars update, bringing Christmas decor, new places to explore and enemies to battle, fun items, and a murder mystery to solve. And remember, we have marriage and family as well as pets and instruments arriving in the first few months of 2025. Because of Mirthwood's dark medieval aesthetic that offers unique challenges and unpredictability, it's one of the few farming and life sims I've played through to the end, and now that I have my quests finished, I can't wait to work on building up my farm and eventually marrying some hottie. Let me know in the comments below what part of this Mirthwood update you're most excited about, and if you want to keep up on the latest in chill and cozy games, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.